I've got Justice League, and the bar was set super low after Batman versus Superman, but then it was set super high after Wonder Woman, so I wasn't sure which end of the spectrum this was going to fall on. And I'm going to let you guess.
In between, probably.
No, it was terrible.
Oh,
okay.
no.
It wasn't Batman Superman bad, but it was not good. And I'm just like, what the hell is DC doing? So it takes place after the events of Batman versus Superman. And I'm sorry, spoilers, if you didn't see that one, but Superman is dead, right? So we have no more Superman. And so, we've kind of been introduced to Wonder Woman, and Batman is getting older, and he has no superpowers. He's just Batman. But so what happens is random bug alien monsters show up, and Batman's like, oh no, we got to get the team together, or a team together, because there aren't enough people to fight. And I'm just so over Ben Affleck as Batman in this.
Yes.
And I think Ben Affleck is over being Batman in this. He is the worst part of this movie. He is so mopey and so whatever, but not even like good brooding Batman mopey, just like, oh, I'm going to phone it in and just like do my scenes. And it was so painful to watch. And everyone else in the movie is trying their best. So A for effort to those guys. So Gal Gadot is back as Wonder Woman, which made me really happy. But what did not make me happy is apparently someone robbed her of half of her hemline. Because her skirt,
it's shorter in this version.
Is so short. Like, there are so many gratuitous ass shots.
Okay, so this one is it Zack Snyder?
It's Zack Snyder.
Okay, I just saw a split screen meme of all of the Themyscira warriors,
all the
female
Amazons,
warriors that are, in the Patty Jenkins version, which is Wonder Woman, all fully dressed and ready to battle. And then you see the Zack Schneider man version of these women, and they're all half naked, literally half naked. And everybody online is going, they can't fight in that. You don't show your vital organs when you're in a knife fight.
Exactly.
Or in this case, a sword fight.
Very impressive six packs all around. But, like, you won't get stabbed. Like, it's just, and this is my thing. The Amazons of Patty Jenkins' Wonder Woman were still sexy. It wasn't like they weren't sexy. But you can be sexy and not have to show your midriff. And the character of Wonder Woman was being manhandled, this, which was really upsetting, especially coming off of Wonder Woman, because it was so empowering and so awesome. And then suddenly, like, suddenly she has a super mini skirt. Suddenly her cleavage is showing in every shot. It's suddenly like, like double AV level, like deep V-neck. And I'm just like, this is so unnecessary. What does this do for the plot? What does this do for whatever? Nobody's going to question Gal Gadot being sexy, whether or not she's dressed like that. So that was very frustrating.
How were her eyebrows, though?
On point?
Great. All right.
I don't know if I was looking at those so much, though.
I would be.
But actually, speaking of eyebrows, Jason Momoa's really pointy eyebrows. Gal Gadot and Ben Affleck are joined by a bunch of newcomers. We've gotten a bunch of new characters who get the fastest introductions I've ever seen. I'm like, we are just throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks here. So Jason Momoa is Aquaman, and he's going to have his own movie coming out. So I kind of get why they didn't go super deep into his story. But then you've got Ezra Miller as the Flash and Ray Fisher as Cyborg. And, they're all just like, here's like 10 minutes on each of you. Okay, go, bye. And so you're expected to like these characters. And I give them credit. They were all doing the best they can. They're actually really charming. Like, Ezra Miller ended up being probably one of my favorite parts of the movie because he's fun and funny, but not in an annoying way, which is kind of hard to do given, like, the tone of this whole movie.
And quirky, right? He's the skinny kid from Trainwreck that Amy Schumer hooks up with when he was like 16.
Yep. Yeah. And he's also in Fantastic Beasts series. And like, just go look up photos of him at Comic-Con where he just wore whatever and like cosplayed and just does not care. So I'm like, you were fun. I liked watching you in this. And there's two different movies happening. There's this like weird kind of buddy comedy getting to know each other bit happening with like the new characters. And then there's the whole space invader alien thing happening. And I was just like, this is so disjointed. What are they doing with this movie? And I don't know if it's because, unfortunately, Zack Snyder stepped away 3/4 of the way through filming because his daughter committed suicide. So it's really unfortunate. It's like, it's a horrible thing.
I had no idea.
Yeah. So Joss Whedon, who directed The Avengers, stepped in to take over. And so Joss Whedon can do a good superheroes coming together movie, right? We've seen him do it. Mm-hmm. And you can see the stitching of where the scenes are where like one director picks up and another leaves off, which does not make for a cohesive movie. Yeah. And unfortunately, I think even though he stepped away 3/4 of the way through, like, most of the damage was already done, and it was not, I blame Zack Snyder for why this movie is bad. Like, I don't think Joss Whedon could have saved it no matter what, unless he'd started it from the beginning. So I'm just like, DC needs to get rid of Zack Snyder from their, like, creative leadership, because he's responsible for Batman, Superman, he's responsible for Man of Steel, he's responsible for all the duds.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, you're right.
Yeah, so, like, why put Patty Jenkins in charge? Like, come on now, people. Anyway,
they might.
That would be amazing.
After Wonder Woman 2, because you know that's going to make $1 billion in the box office, they might have to.
Yeah, and I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, no matter what I say about this, you're going to go see this movie, right?
Yep.
Like, people are still going to go see it. So I just, fair warning, if you were on the fence, just don't bother.
Okay.
Like, I sometimes I try and explain, like, the nerdy comic book parts of the plots to you guys, or not to you guys, but just everyone. And this one, I'm just like, it's not worth it. It's so flimsy. It's so whatever. And it's, like, all part of some DC canon. But even the way they described it in this, like, it's like, these are just the worst names for something. They're looking for the mother boxes. And I'm just like, come on, that's the least cool name for something ever. Like, I gotta find the mother box, guys. God, if I was to go into the spoiler stuff, I would give this movie like a 0 out of 5 probably. But because there's like the better stuff in it, and again, the newcomers are all kind of enjoyable to watch, I'm gonna give it like 2.2 out of 5.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah, I
Justice
did not
League.
like this movie.